Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Power or Might. I, Joey Styles, with Jonathan Coachman and Booker T, and today on Power or Might, we're going to talk about what happened yesterday on Collision or Hit. Yesterday on Collision or Hit, we saw Becky Lynch beat Arnold Schwarzenegger, beat Belasca and Ricochet to win and right to fight Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight winnings. You got that right, Jonathan Coachman says. That's what we saw happen yesterday on Collision or Hit. What's going to play out here today on Power and Might? Your guess is good as mine that one, Joey Styles. I'll tell you one thing right now, Joey and Jonathan. The way that I play it out is that no one really seems to know, what's going to happen. At the end of the day, I'm happy that Becky Lynch has a right to fight Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight winnings. Whenever that's going to happen, either at SummerSlam or Heatwave, your guess is good as mine that one. Booker T says. And we'd like to hear, from Roman Reigns what he thinks. Since he's going to be the one fighting Becky Lynch, for the World Heavyweight winnings. So, here comes Roman Reigns coming to the ring now, Joey Styles said, and we'll see what he says. Alright, everyone. Everyone wants to know, what do I think about fighting Becky Lynch for the World Heavyweight winnings? Well, the first thing I'm going to tell you is, I'm happy that I'm fighting Becky Lynch. I would have been happy fighting Ricochet, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Belasca. I would have been happy. Because either way, I'm going to smash her, stack her, cover her, get to 1, 2, 3, and still be the World Heavyweight fighter at the end of this whole thing. Now, Becky Lynch can come out, and she can tell everyone that she can call herself the man. And she can say, I'm going to beat you. She can brag about how she main showed Wrestle Madness back in 29 between YL. Big deal, Becky Lynch. I've been main showing Wrestle Madnesses for years. And I held the WWE Heavyweight winnings and the World Heavyweight winnings longer than you hold the WWE Woman Heavyweight winnings or the Women World Heavyweight winnings, either on Raw or SmackDown. Longer than the 2 times that you held any strap. No need was Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. Well, here comes Becky Lynch coming to the ring now, and she's not happy about it. Is that right, Roman Reigns? Let me tell you something, Roman Reigns. I started my thing in 29 between YL. What were you doing back then? Oh, I don't know. Still wanting folks to like you? Warring with the leadership? Having dog food thrown on you? Warring with Baron Corbin the First? Yeah, well, while you were doing all that fun shit on Raw and SmackDown, I was already building myself up. And I built myself up starting in 28 between YL Roman Reigns. Long before you started playing the whole kinhead. Before you started saying you were the king, the overwatcher, the highest leader, the overlord, the high king, the kinhead, the head of the board. All of these cool nicknames that you gave yourself in 2020. I was already doing all that shit, Roman Reigns, long before you did. And the truth is, Roman Reigns, you're going to say, but guess what? Yeah, and if I didn't get if I didn't get with child, I would have still been on top, Roman Reigns. You came along after me, not before me. Stop behaving like you set some standard, Roman Reigns. You didn't set no standard. Let's see what you did from 2020 to 2024. Alright, what'd you do? You hid it behind Paulie Dangerously. You brought your near kin James and Jason Uso into it. You brought Sosikoa in. You brought Sami Zayn in. You hid it behind being a half-timer. Didn't really put any time or thought into any of your matches on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or any of the old shows. And somehow, some way, everyone started giving you on-look. I put in time in my matches on NXT, Raw, SmackDown. No need if I had a strap or didn't have a strap. So you could talk about how everyone likes you now. But keep in mind, from 2012 up to about 2020, no one liked you. And WWE did everything to get you over. You know, they teamed you up with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. They broke you loose. They put every strap on you. They made you war with the leadership. They made you have big matches with folks like John Cena, The Undertaker. Then they somehow ammed up making you a heel, gave you your friends and kin to back you up, and somehow between 2020 to 2024, you got it into your head that you were unbeatable, unstoppable, and unyieldable. And what happened? Cody Rhodes beat you at Wrestle Madness. You fucked off for a while. Then you lost Paulie Dangerously. You lost Sosikoa. Oh yeah, you lost Sami Zayn, but now you're recrafting it again. Jason and James Uso and Jacob fought too. Wow. You supposedly want to craft something again? You think it's going to work? Well, let me see, Becky Lynch. I ran longer than you did. You can say you did all the things before me, and that's true. But at the end of the day, I took the strap and I did what you couldn't do. I made folks talk about me. Every time I showed up on Raw or SmackDown or NXT or any Yield show between 2020 to 2024, everyone wanted to know who was going to beat me. And they threw a lot of men at me. John Cena, Bill Goldberg, Finn Balor, Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles. They threw a lot of names at me. Edge, Daniel Bryan, Antonio Cesaro, Big Show, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, and that's only half of the folks that they threw at me during that time, and I beat them. Yeah, that's right, Roman, you beat them with help. You beat them with Paulie Dangerously, Jason Uso, James Uso, Sosikoa, Sami Zayn, and everyone else in the Mufua, Maivia fought to Johnson kin. You never did nothing on your own, Roman, you never did. Stop behaving like you did anything on your own, because you never did. And when I take the world heavyweight winnings from you, Roman Reigns, you will lose by yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're good at. Losing by yourself. Well, at SummerSlam or Heatwave or whatever show it's going to be, Becky Lynch, I'm going to smash you, stack you. Then I'm going to cover you, get the 1, 2, 3, and still walk out as the world heavyweight fighter. And if you don't believe me, we can have the match today. You would like that, Roman Reigns, wouldn't you? You would love that. But here is the truth, Roman. I'm not going to fight you until SummerSlam or Heatwave. So deal with it, King, High King, Overwatcher, Overlord, highest leader, Kinhead, head aboard. First sitter, first wicker, whatever ranks you want to call yourself. King of Kings. Well, Becky Lynch really scathed Roman Reigns, Joey Styles says, but at the end of the day, we don't truly know if Roman Reigns, is ready, or what he thinks about what Becky Lynch said to him, or what he's going to do at SummerSlam or Heatwave when those two have the match. At the end of the day, Jonathan Coachman says, we won't know. We'll have to yield until SummerSlam or Heatwave to see how that all comes out. Becky Lynch, I'm calling you out. You seem to think you're greater than everyone else here in the toy wrestling gathering, and you're not. So why don't you have the match now? Well, here comes Becky Lynch, come in a ring now. Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? The man that everyone thinks is such a great show player, body crafter, but somehow, someway got put in WWE's Hall of Onlook for showing up on one Thursday Night SmackDown in 1999 YL, fought Hunter Hearst Helmsley off, and didn't do fuck all in WWE until the Hall of Onlook. So yeah, I'll take you on. Well, here comes the fight keeper in the ring now. Ding ding ding. We'll see what happens now. Arnold Schwarzenegger. And you keep up there. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Got Becky Lynch. The Schwarzenegger DDT. Everyone wants to know what Arnold Schwarzenegger would do if he was a wrestler. Here's your answer, Joey Styles said. Oh my God. Yes, Jonathan Coachman says, I believe this match is over. You believe the match is over? Booker T says, I think again. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger, has beat Becky Lynch here today, on Friday Night on Power and Might. And we know she's not going to be happy to hear that she lost to Arnold Schwarzenegger here today on Power and Might. No, she's not. Jonathan Coachman says Becky Lynch will take it as a slight. She'll take it as a slight, believing she should have not lost to Arnold Schwarzenegger here today on Power and Might. Yeah, you got that right. She's going to take it as a slight, that she should never have lost to him. That should never happen, Booker T says. That's kind of sad, but what is done is done, Alright, take it away now, Tony Schiavone. Stand up. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to stand up. Come on. Stand up. I gotta fucking stand now. Stand up. Come on! Alright. Thank you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to be talking with Arnold Schwarzenegger here today on Power and Might. Alright. Alright, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You only been at Toy Wrestling Gathering since yesterday, And you already beat Becky Lynch here today on Power and Might. Well, Becky Lynch can believe whatever she wants, Tony Schiavone. Becky Lynch has that right. At the end of the day, I beat her. And alright, yes, she does have the right to go for the World Heavyweight winnings. That's true. But at the end of the day, she lost to me. And Roman Reigns, I hope you're listening. Because either it be Becky Lynch or you, Roman, you're looking at the next man to fight for the World Heavyweight winnings. Isn't it true that this doll came from the last action hero or the last work good doer film you were in? Yeah, that's true. I just don't know the name of the self that I played in that film. But anyway, Becky Lynch, the warning's going out. Either to be to you or to Roman Reigns, you're looking at the next World Heavyweight fighter, Tony Schiavone. Anyway, some folks out there might say that Becky Lynch doesn't take losing very truly well. I could care less if Becky Lynch takes losing truly well or not, Tony. At the end of the day, I truly think that what we got here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering with Ryan Fisher as the new main owner, she's shifting how things are. You know, in the past, a doll like me, maybe wouldn't have been in the ring. But now I'm back in the ring again. And so with Becky Lynch, you know, is going to think she's going to beat me, she can think again. Alright? Well, that's my talk with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Back to you, Tony Schiavone. Back to you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Well, thank you, Tony Schiavone, for talking with Arnold Schwarzenegger here today on Power and Might. And that's all the time we got it for Power and Might. Joey Styles, or Jonathan Coachman, and Booker T. We hope you like Power and Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw or Moon Night Raw.